Vivian, one of the things that strikes me as I hear you talking is that you are, when you're using feedback informed treatment, thinking about the preferences of the individual clients
Yeah.
and, their perspective and putting it at the same level as your own, a true kind of collaboration. And,
Yeah.
and I think the more that we move forward in therapy and we think about diversity, whether it be identity, sexuality, neuroaffirming, culturally, this really aligns with, I think, a
Yeah.
lot of psychologists out
Yes.
there,
Yes.
and it provides a bit of a system. So I guess my question to you is, Vivian, why do you think that other people aren't doing feedback informed practice or feedback informed treatment at the moment? Because I think it's good for us to talk about any challenges that
Yeah.
people might be having, and perhaps even how to overcome them.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I mean, the simple answer is it's not taught to us in that way in any of our training. None of my trainings was it really at all a focus to say, look, the client is paramount in this process. They know what they think, what they know,
Mm,
what they feel. It's up to them to kind of, guide us in what it is we're needing to help them. It's all about training in a model, training in, building up our skills so that we feel confident and competent. I mean, basically, it's about giving us a framework and a structure as a therapist so that if we don't know what to do in the moment, we can always come back to the structure, to
mm,
the model. It'll provide guardrails. It leaves the client out of the equation. So
mm,
I don't think the client has actually been made the central focus of any of the trainings that I've done. And probably like you, I've continually having to do professional development through the years. The client isn't there. It's like, well, this is what you need to do better. Think about it like this: case conceptualization. Here's some, interventions you can do that's useful for this type of client in this population. It's like,
mm,
hello, you know, if somebody's coming with a particular problem, whatever, like depression, it's
mm,
like, okay, how is depression impacting this client, at this time? What are their individual social factors, their biological, psychological, the biopsychosocial aspects of this client's, depression? It's going to be different from the next client in the next session.
mm.
So it's never kind of tailored to the unique individual client.
Mm. And it sounds like fit for you has been that focusing point, whilst you obviously are learning professional development about different models and interventions, putting that through the feedback informed treatment filter ensures that you're personalizing it to the human being in front of you,
Yes.
regardless of, say, the diagnosis or
Yes.
presenting problem.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely. And that's what the data shows is, Scott keeps saying, it's a trans theoretical way of working with all clients,
Yeah.
regardless of diagnosis, demography, identity, whatever. It's just like, here's the thing. I'll ask you these four questions. We'll talk about these four questions, and then you tell me, how can I help you today?